What's goody, beautiful people? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. And from the title of this video, you already know today is the dreadful makeup brush wash day, as well as my makeup sponges. I waited kind of too late in between makeup applications to wash my brushes, so they're super duper dirty, but we are here now, so let's get into the video. First, you're going to need a glass container. I got this from the dollar store. I actually use this to hold my makeup brushes in. Next, you're going to be using some Dawn dish soap. I only use the blue kind, to be honest, but I'm sure any kind works. Next, you're going to use some olive oil. And last but not least, you're going to be using some white distilled vinegar. Next, you're going to be using 1 cup of hot water. I actually just put this in the microwave. I did not put it on the stove, but if you do, that's your business. You're going to be putting this into the glass container. It's really hot, so be careful. Next, you're going to be using a tablespoon of the Dawn dish soap, and this agent is going to be used to actually wash the makeup brushes. Next, you're going to be using a tablespoon of the olive oil, and the olive oil is going to be used to actually break up all of the makeup within the brushes. And then last but not least, you're going to be using a tablespoon of the white distilled vinegar, and this is going to be used to sanitize the brushes. Once you have this in, you're going to mix it all together, and you're going to slowly put all of the makeup brushes within a concoction, making sure only the bristle parts are within the concoction. Moving on to washing the makeup sponges, you're going to do a similar concoction that we just did. We're going to do a tablespoon of the Dawn dish soap along with a tablespoon of the olive oil, but no distilled vinegar this time. Put your makeup sponges within a concoction. I realized I didn't add enough water, so I'm adding a little bit more water, and then from here we're going to actually move on to the microwave. So we're going to put this in the microwave, and what the microwave does, the temperature of the microwave, we're going to put it on for 30 seconds. It's going to kill all the bacteria that is within the makeup sponges. And we're going to let this concoction sit within the sponges and brushes for about 20 minutes or so, making sure you're periodically going and switch things around. I had a couple makeup brushes that were double-sided, so I'm just making sure all the bristles were saturated within the concoction. And like I said, let it sit for about 20 minutes or so. Next, we're going to be moving over to the sink, and we're going to be washing all of that gunk and debris out of all of the sponges and brushes. I have the little wash mat. I got it from Shein. It was about $1 or so. And we're going to be basically running it under cold water and running it over the wash mat just to make sure everything is all fresh and clean. Now, you're going to notice that some of the brushes are still going to be a little stained, and that's because makeup, that's what it does. It stains the brushes just from constant use is going to stain. I have noticed that some brands stain more than others, and this is a close-up of all that gunky water. After you are done, make sure you actually clean the containers. Like I said before, the big one I use to hold my makeup brushes in, so I want to make sure everything is fresh and clean. And then, of course, dry it completely. And this next step is totally optional. Call it the OCD in me, but I like to go in with a brush cleaner. This is not Brush Bath by It's Cosmetics. I'm just using the container. I actually filled it up with the Cinema professional grade brush cleaner, and I like to clean my heavily used brushes, which would be my foundation brush, along with my concealer brush. I like to do this because a lot of gunk can get in those two brushes because I use it a lot. And as you can see, there is a little bit of tint of foundation still left, which goes to show you that regular water and soap just does not do it for you. So this is my reason to doing this extra step. Totally optional. You do not have to do this, but I love doing this because I like to see, like, okay, now everything is actually really clean. And I'm going to go over it with a paper towel, and then you'll notice that once I did it again for a few times, there's nothing left on the towel whatsoever. Next, taking a paper towel, I'm going to try to get all of the excess water out of the makeup sponges to just aid in the drying process. Make sure you have a handy dandy towel on deck just to lay all of your makeup brushes out. Make sure nothing's kind of overlapping one another. And then the next part is going to be so satisfying. I have clean makeup brushes and sponges, which did not take that long whatsoever. If you have any tips or tricks when you're doing wash day, let me know down below and I will take a look at them. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great day on purpose. Bye.